Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of You the Mom. Our guest in today's episode is a wife to a civil engineer, mother of 3 beautiful kids, a mompreneur, and health coach. Having been fortunate enough to grow up with, I know I won't mention that again. Repeat. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of You the Mom. Our guest today is a wife to a civil engineer, mother of 3 beautiful kids, a mompreneur, and a health coach. So she's a good friend of mine, also part of the Mompreneur Lab. Let's all welcome Mia Season. Hello, Mia.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Janice.
Hi, Mia. So good to be with you today. How are you?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm good.
Yeah, thank you. I've been wanting to guest you and also learn from you ever since you got your certification as a health coach. The first time we met, you joined the Mompreneur Lab, and remember, I was already in awe of you and how you are such a storyteller and natural sharer of information. So I was really just so happy that you finally got your certification in something that you're really passionate about, which is health and wellness, because it gives you more tools and more opportunities to share what you know and what you actually practice daily. Right? So, how has it been? So, first, tell me how you decided to get into health coaching. Give me a backgrounder on your lifestyle. How soon did you start getting healthy and fit, and eventually deciding to take up your certification?
Okay, so this is gonna be quite long.
Go ahead.
Okay, so as a child growing up in Davao, I've always been active. It wasn't a workout, but my dad would take us biking, and then we were running in my lola's farm, ganon. So I was active. Every afternoon I'd go out. I think that's the kids of our generation now. So when I got married, well, we were a bit sedentary. We live in Makati in a condominium. And then my husband, Eric, he got sick. He got dengue. And then while he was in dengue, sabay-sabay, he also had gout. And then all the sickness came out. So I finally decided now we have to do something. We have to move our bodies. Aside from eating healthy, of course, movement also helps a lot. And then, so
Right.
what's one thing that we can do together? Parang he doesn't like studio workouts. He doesn't like weightlifting. He doesn't like going to the gym. So we decided on biking. Okay, so first I borrowed my dad's bike, and then Eric got a bike, and then we would bike.
Did you have kids already at the time? Not yet.
Yeah,
Had kids
oo.
already?
My youngest was a baby. Actually, it was memorable for us because Eric was hospitalized
Yeah.
during my daughter's birthday.
The
He
first
wasn't
birthday?
able to attend. No, fourth naman.
Your
Fourth birthday.
fourth. Okay, the
It was
fourth
the
of your eldest daughter.
the
The
second.
second, yeah.
So I have 3 kids. So it
Yes.
was memorable talaga for us because
Yeah.
he wasn't able to attend. And then, of course, diba, when your husband, the primary breadwinner, gets sick,
Yeah.
and then the kids are young, all these thoughts come into your mind. Na, oh my God,
Years.
what will happen? All the worries going to your mind. So,
Yeah.
movement really helps. So, finding a common movement that we can do together also helps. So, yan na, biking. So, okay, bike. And then our friends would see us biking. Oh, you're biking. Okay, let's bike. Okay, so we had
Yeah.
friends na who bike with us. Ganyan. So, it's fun. And then, a friend invited us to join races. The run and bike race. It was a short one. So 3 kilometer run, 15 kilometer bike, 3 kilometer run. So okay, sige, let's go. So because of that, nag-running na rin kami.
Yeah.
So running and biking as a couple and with our friends.
Nice.
And then, but me, I had more time. So when another friend suggested na, oh, you're doing duathlon, so why don't you try triathlon? I don't know how to. I never had any formal swimming trainings
Yeah.
as a kid. So I was in Davao. I knew how to swim, but we are always in the sea. So we
Isn't
didn't
that
go.
better if in the sea?
Yeah, but I didn't know how to do the freestyle thing. Kasi
Ah,
parang hindi
yes,
kailangan, di ba? Just
yes,
the breaststroke, basic
yes, yes.
floating and
Floating,
breaststroke.
threading,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, oo. So, sabi, I don't even know how to do the breaststroke. Sabi niya, no, my husband is a coach, he can teach you.
Ah,
So, the next week, I went to see his husband, and then I trained for the next 3 months, 2, 3 times a week. And then I joined a triathlon, and then we na triathlete na, oh my God, from
amazing.
my husband's sickness. Yeah, it started there. So, and then, okay, so I was doing triathlon. So for you to be able to, maximize your endurance, your stamina, you
Yeah,
also have to put in nutrition into factors. So that's when I started making plant bowls. If I remember, I had a workshop and then you attended. And then smoothie bowls, looking into healthy food.
yeah.
And then
You
when
were
I
also
was with,
posting in your social media, right?
yeah,
Your
hindi
food
kasi,
recipes and all that, your recipe.
yeah, I like Instagram a lot for that. No, for kasi whenever you share, you attract people with the same interest, with the same vibe, with the
Right.
same energy. And then
Yeah.
you have a community, you get people to share information with, share experiences with, and that's what I like with the Instagram. With some
Yes,
of the pros of social media, yeah, for me.
that's true. Yes.
Yun, so, but when I was invited with a workshop, parang I felt na it was like unripe, like my knowledge wasn't really complete. Parang I have to admit, I felt insecure na
Yeah.
how am I sharing these things, but I don't have any certification. I had a civil engineering background. I'm not into nutrition. I'm not into
Yeah.
science, food science at all. So I shared this with my friend, and then she was telling me na, why don't you just study online? There are a lot of courses online. So I looked into schools, and then I found integrative nutrition school, and I thought that it was a good fit for me. So,
Yeah.
sakto naman, it was the pandemic, so I really got to focus. So
Yeah.
during the pandemic, I took the certification for integrative nutrition school, which also makes me a health coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I
That's
became.
super cool. Well, it is true. Like sometimes although we have all our knowledge and our experience with actual practice, which sometimes is even better than book knowledge, right? We sometimes need to legitimize also our knowledge and also grow. I mean, there's a lot of things
Yes.
we learn that is not in daily practice, but especially I guess for your field, it's also important to be legitimate because you're dealing with people's health. So I think that was really a really smart step, and I could see that you were so passionate also about your studies. Knowing you, I mean, forever learner, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's the
the fact
strength.
that you went from biking to triathlon, like you're always so motivated, and very focused also. So it was great that you were able to put your time and energy into something that bore fruit for you, right? So I'm so excited because it gives me also more reasons to like invite you to our events and here in this podcast.
Oh, thank
so
you.
so I love your story. I'm really happy about it. And then I hope that you get to share more with others, which is why I invited you today, because I think that nutrition, health and nutrition of our kids and our families, so important. It's something that is top of mind for us moms, especially with our kids having different personalities, and then also with food, the food options that's available to us. I mean, if we can't afford to not be educated and aware of what will benefit our family. So I was really hoping that you could share, first of all, your own experience as a mom. Yeah, as I said, you've always been parang healthy, like very conscious, right, about what to put in your refrigerator, in your pantry, and in your table for your family, and essentially what to put in your mouth of your children as well. So I think it's a super big plus that you're a mom and also a health coach, because you know how hard it is to deal with picky eaters, and then allergies, all these different conditions that we have to, and it's all like iba-iba per kid. So how was it in your family, like from before you became a health coach, or even as a health coach, were there specific conditions you had to deal with in your, of course, share what you can with your husband and your 3 kids, and as also yourself?
So you mentioned picky eaters, no? So that's really true. And I can't say that my kids are perfect, but it's really, everyone is a work in progress, no? And it's continuous exposure, exposing them to different food, letting them try different cuisines, and then also honoring them for what they like and what they don't like. Like my husband will always tell them na you have to try. If you don't like it, you can spit it. I know
That's
it
true.
looks gross, but you can just spit it
That
if you don't
actually
like
is
it.
true. Yeah.
Oo. Parang it's I just want to create an environment of eating that's fun, that's that will create connection, not stress, and not parang pressure. So I want our meals to be, a place, time for connection, a nourishment with food and with relationships. So that's what I'm trying to do. So picky
Nice.
eaters. So my kids have different tastes. Like my eldest likes fish and shrimp the most. My second likes pork, and then my youngest like chicken. And then the two are sweet tooth, the one naman savory. So their snacks are also different. Um, we try to accommodate all their
Yeah.
taste, no? So there will be times na seafood kami. We'll eat seafood. But I try to honor each of their tastes, no? So for picky eaters, we eat all the same food.
Mm.
So I think some moms, I don't really judge them because it's hard to feed the
Yeah.
kids, no? But some families kasi, they would cook meals for kids and then meals for the adults, diba? So I
Yeah.
think it's hard logistically, no? And
Yeah.
planning for it and also preparing for
And
it.
also
It's
costly, right?
Yes, it's
I
also
think it.
costly.
Yeah.
So I don't find it practical for
Practical.
for
Yeah.
us to do that. So I try to cook the same meals for everyone. So like for now, my daughter, like you mentioned sensitivities, no?
Yeah.
My daughter has eczema, and
Mm.
I recently brought her to Life Science to determine her food
Yeah.
sensitivities, and it was a lot. And grabe, it was really a lot. Like
Did she take
top,
the intolerance test? The
yes,
allergy test?
yes,
I took that
yes.
too. I was praying, parang, Lord, please don't let me be allergic to rice or intolerant, because rice is my favorite. Like, I cannot live without rice. So I wasn't. Buti na lang. But anyways, so your daughter had a long list of like food and.
Yes, and the reason why I bought her kasi the eczema was really bad.
Mm.
And then the pedia was prescribing antihistamines, no?
Yes.
And it came to a point na it wasn't working anymore for her, the antihistamines. And
Yeah.
then she would be crying, I'm so itchy, mama, I'm so
Yeah, that's hard.
itchy. So I knew as a health coach, I was familiar with the elimination diet, where you take out dairy,
Very.
gluten, soy. But parang as a mom, I don't want to impose it on my daughter unless I'm really sure that those were her sensitivities, right? So
Yeah.
I took her to Life Science, and they gave us a long list of
Yeah.
all those things that she can take. Dairy, number one, gluten,
My.
soy. So we had to do a pantry revamp. So we're almost done. We're doing an elimination diet with her. And
So you're doing it
because
together as a
yeah,
family.
we're doing things as a family. We're all on an elimination diet.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I let the other two kids order what they want when we go out. So they
Yeah.
get to eat ice cream or pastries or pizza when we go out. But you'd be surprised. There are a lot of sellers of gluten-free
Yeah.
stuff here in the Philippines. So that are actually good. We did a lot of trial.
Yeah,
These are actually good.
is it those set meals? The
Ah,
or more on products
so
like bread, like that, gluten.
yeah, more on mga donuts,
Yeah.
cookies, bread, like that. Cakes.
So
We have a lot of
she didn't feel so deprived if it's like that.
yes, she didn't feel so deprived. The meals we still cook them ourselves. Like
Yeah.
we just replace the soy sauce with coconut aminos, and
Yeah.
it tastes good pala.
Yeah,
We
I've
find
tried
out
that
that
too.
yeah, the adobo tastes better with the coconut aminos because it has a sweet aftertaste.
Yeah. At
So
first, kasi when you see the bottle, it's not familiar, di ba? Tapos you're like, oh, it parang you know na it won't, parang it's already in your mind, oh, it's gonna taste different. But then
yeah,
when you try it, you're like, oh, not so bad. So,
yeah.
oh, so did anything come out so far from your elimination, or you have to complete it first?
Yes, it has improved. Her skin has definitely improved, and then
Mhm.
her incidents, when
Flare-ups.
she had flare ups,
Yeah.
definitely became less frequent. And I think she only took antihistamine twice since April, which was
Oh,
a
that's
big decline since there was a time she was almost taking it every day, and then
yeah,
there was no
that's
effect.
smart.
There's
Wow.
no effect already. She was immune to the medicine. So
Mm.
yeah, it has improved a lot. But it takes a lot of sacrifice, creativity on our part as moms. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, let's talk about creativity. Well, like you said earlier, we really have to be creative. Like, diba, some people nga, they say you have to find a way to disguise the vegetables into the food, or ganyan. Or you blend the you blend the vegetables so that it looks, and then you mix it up. I mean, those are things that we have to do sometimes, especially when the kids are averse to veggies. I remember when my kids were small, I used to, when they wouldn't want to eat nga, like what your husband says, try it, diba? So I would talk about the Dr. Seuss book, the Sam I Am, diba? The Cat in the Hat.
Giving
Then
eggs.
I'd say, remember Sam I Am? Remember, didn't want to try tell the story.
That's a nice
It
story.
worked. It worked naman when they were still at that age that they believed me. But Mia, during when my kids were small, they wouldn't try fruits. For some
Ah,
reason, they would only eat bananas, grapes, and apple and mango. Four lang. And then everything else, they didn't even want to try it. So one time, there was one summer, I did try a new fruit every week. So I'd have watermelon. It wala, no effect. So parang I would even model pa the watermelon. See, it's fun. And then I'd bite into it. And then the juice dripping down. Because they're like, it tastes like water, mom. So I was like, I don't know why, because I really tried to expose them. And then they would see me naman eat fruits. My husband
how
does
are they now?
same. It didn't help. So
Ah,
I don't know why. I mean, like you said, I didn't want to force it. Kasi I mean, like, hopefully when they're adults, they have their own families, they'll start eating it, right? But is it true about remember when we have babies and they say you introduce them to more flavors at a certain point so that they won't be picky? Is that a accurate thing? Like, if you expose them to more flavors, then they'll take on to it, or it really doesn't, it really depends, it's case to
I
case.
think yes, they will take on to it. But as they grow older, like my kids also actually, my eldest doesn't eat any food. Your kids are
Oh
doing
yeah.
better. My eldest, my son, although he's the one who eats the most vegetables and
Yeah.
likes seafood, he doesn't like fruits, as in zero at all. So
Yeah.
I exposed him when he was a baby.
Okay,
But
that makes me feel better.
yeah, I think it also depends on the peers and the community, diba? If they
Yeah.
see their friends eating, kasi by this
Uh-huh.
time, they're more influenced by
That's true.
friends, no,
Yeah.
than the family. But I believe that it will come back when they become adults because it was the same thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, I hated mongo beans as a
That's my
child, mongo
favorite.
soup
I love Mongo.
as a child, but now it's my
Yeah,
favorite because you
that's true.
always see it. So don't lose hope.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember I even made them eat atis. And then they would like,
Mm.
so I'd say, so you put the seed in your mouth, then I'll demo it pa, di ba? Parang modeling. And then they'd say, all that work for that little piece of meat. Oo nga. Then I'm like, oo nga, no. It's such a funny fruit. But it's just, I made it fun. And it was a fun activity. At least we gained memories out of that. But then maybe eventually when they're older, right? Okay, so I want to ask you as a nutritionist naman. So what's the latest is there any information you want to share to moms and dads listening about planning our family menu? Like how do you practice making your own kitchen, your pantry menu healthier?
So I think involvement of the kids, everybody's involvement will help. Like I mentioned that we have our own favorite foods. So I asked them, like, do you have any requests for next week? And then they will say, for example, my daughter will say fried chicken, and we just had fried chicken. I would just have to tell her now, oh, we just had fried chicken. But remember, you also like this. Which one would you like? So that helps. And then also
Nice.
bringing them to the grocery and asking them to pack away the groceries, the food, letting them get involved in the process. Or sometimes they don't usually join me when I cook or bake, but when they do, can I help you? I know the carrots, it makes me so happy inside.
Yeah.
Like it's so kilig. It's so kilig, but yeah, sure. So you just let them get involved in as much as they can.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So I think that's also it opens their minds, no, to I mean you're planting seeds actually. Parang for them it's probably just, oh, it's fun, or oh, I'm doing this with my mom, but actually you're also planting seeds for the future, diba? I mean it's
Yeah.
really exposure for the young kids, diba? But in
Yeah,
terms
and my 11-year-old and my 9-year-old, they can prepare their own snacks na. So, for example, they wanna eat what's this paratha. It's like this Indian pita. My second daughter loves it a lot. So it's just frozen and then you heat it. So she knows how to do those things already. So yeah, letting them prepare their own snacks or their own meals. The simple things if they can.
yeah. And then how do you I guess this is an opportunity also for you to share the technical side, the technical in quotes of what a healthy diet is. I mean, I know at a certain point the plate, the nutrition table changed at a certain point. I forget already, but it used to be like the food
Yeah,
pyramid.
the food pyramid.
Yeah, at a certain like a few years back, it changed. So, what is it now? So, what's the recommended the proportioning or portioning of a plate?
I remember I talked about this in
Yeah.
our talk in Mami Mundo. So
Yes.
the integrative nutrition plate, which is based on the American standards, it's still carbs, protein, fat, and then water instead of dairy. But I think more than the portioning is also the source. Diba, people are more conscious of the source. Like it's okay to eat meat, but preferably grass-fed beef, like that. And also for the carbs, keep away from the no processed carbs like starchy foods, breads, pastries, but more on whole grains.
Yeah.
Also for the fats, uh, healthy fats from avocados, from coconut oil, olive oil. So it's basically the same, but more on the source of these carbs, protein. Where do we get this, the fats? Yeah.
Right. So that's what they say about clean eating. So it's less processed food, and then more real like food that's sourced
Whole
from the
food.
ground, whole foods. What do you suggest moms do to like some moms are not really aware of like where to source. Of course, the usual is groceries. Are there a lot of options now in supermarkets in terms of whole foods, in terms of less processed? And then do you have any tips on how I know this is a long conversation about the labels, like reading labels of food.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot to talk about. But then you as a mom and health coach, what do you do? Like maybe top 3 that you watch out for when buying food for your family?
Um, when planning our meals, I just make sure that there's always vegetables. Always. And then my kids, since we've been together in lockdown for more than 2 years, they've tried a lot of variety. And then the volume has also increased. I'm so happy. Before, because it was just tikim, a bit of portion. But now when they're asking me, Mom, is this enough? or how much meat are you getting? Okay, take as much the same amount of vegetables. So yeah, I'm very focused on vegetables and the variety of vegetables. And if I can get it organic, that's good. But if I can't, I don't want to beat myself. Nah, it has to be organic, diba? And also for the chicken, especially the chicken, because there are a lot of hormones, chicken, there's so I go for organic chicken and
Organic.
eggs, and especially my daughter, since she had a food sensitivity test. I'm more aware of the hormones. So the chicken that I get is organic. But the beef and pork I try to get organic. But if not,
That's
I
why
get the grocery.
yeah.
So I focus on filling their appetites with the meals. And then so the snacks become secondary.
Ah,
Kasi the
nice.
snacks, that's the
That's the
that's
risky.
that's the risky part. Now it's
Yeah.
hard, and I don't want to deprive them totally. So, but I'm confident that I'm filling them with nutritious meals. So that's like maybe 80% of their appetite. Their tummies are filled with good food.
Good.
So okay, they can um have a treat with the snacks.
Ah,
Yeah.
I love that. And then I love it that you go as far as like they know like um how much vegetables they ask about how much vegetables they eat. So you really take the opportunity to teach them. But I guess also they see you
Yes,
like well. Yeah.
modeling is you can teach them something that you don't do, right?
Yeah. And also I see your videos of you working out and then they're right beside you also working out. So that's important also. Maybe you can share with us also about how you try to keep them active. Like I know during the pandemic, like you would really have time with them working out. Because that's part of being in health coaching. Do you also include activity, physical activity as well?
Yes. So for movement, I really try to ask them what they like. So it will be fun. It's not like no force. So since we got a dog, it's mostly walking the dog. So just the other day, we take her out at least once a week. Naman in Manila, it's hard to
Yeah.
just, especially in Makati where we live, it's just hard to go outside. So we really make an effort. Like we went to MOA, we go to MOA by the sea, and walk our dog, and then we go to the parks here in Ayala to walk our dog. So that's our main movement right now, walking. And they still like playing with the scooter, the bikes, but it's quite challenging with our really with living
Yeah.
in
My
Makati, yeah,
situation
like that.
right now.
Yeah, with where we live right now. But at least we have walking. We have that every day. So I do my workouts in the morning, and then by 5 o'clock, we stop whatever we're doing, and then we either walk the dog or we go to our roof deck, or I ask them to move around like that. Because they're changing, they're always changing, and you
Yeah.
just evolve with their children as they change. Because before they would just be contented with hide and seek, diba? So that's already movement. But now they don't like that. We're trying also badminton, so it's also fun, to try new things with the kids.
Oh, that's so cool. So like like you would tell them to move also, like kunyari, oh, it's time to move, like that, get out of your
Yeah. And even the sunlight, diba? Parang kasi there's so many benefits of the sunlight aside from vitamin D. It regulates your sleep, diba? Your hormones, you get a lot from the sunlight, gives you good mood. So in the morning, when they wake up late, by the way, because it's summer. So I
yeah.
ask them to go up 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes of sun. It
That
really
is
helps to have a
cool.
routine. Kasi kami, we have a routine, and it helps a lot to have a routine. And just to insert those tiny habits, healthy habits into the routine, like sunlight, movement. Yeah.
That's cool. So in health coaching, are there certain like of course diet, then movement, and then
Yeah.
also mind, right? You talk about managing mindfulness.
Actually, yeah, in integrative nutrition school, we talk about primary foods and secondary foods. So these are the things that nourish us. Secondary foods actually are the food on your plate. So the primary food, these are things that nourish you beyond the plate. So these are physical activity, relationships, creativity, finances,
Mm.
spirituality, career. So there's a lot. Actually, there's about 12 of that. So yeah,
And
health
it's
is
primary.
really beyond the food.
And it's considered primary pa, considering that.
Yes, it's considered primary food because kasi ano yan, the secondary food is just supposed
Yeah.
to support the primary food.
Yeah, that
No,
makes a lot of sense. I
it's
mean,
supposed to support your life.
yeah, correct. And then usually the food is like it reflects like the way you take food, it also reflects how you are in your spirit, in your mind as well, right? So we tend to eat more when we're depressed or when we're
Yes.
happy actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's really wow, that's so interesting too. So how about in your family, how are you able to integrate the primary food, like how do you keep your kids healthy, like their mental health, the spiritual health? Yeah.
Yeah, mental health. My kids pala, just a side note.
Yeah.
During this summer, my kids slowly became adolescents, from kids, and it was really emotional for me. So I just want to share it. So
Yeah.
I had my son scheduled for circumcision.
Yeah.
He's 11 years old. Okay, so he was circumcised, and then so I was prepping it for days, and then we took him to the doctor after lunch, and then we finished around 5 p.m. So I made him comfortable. I brought him medicines. Everything was there now. So and then I just sat down on the couch, finally relaxed. And I was about to turn on the TV. My daughter approached me. Mom, I have to show you something. I wasn't expecting anything. So, okay, we usually talk in the bathroom.
Aww.
Privacy, di ba? There's privacy away from the kids, the helper, and the dog. So, yeah. When she brought me there, she has her
Oh my
period. She's
goodness.
9.
Wow, that's
So
so
I was,
young.
oh my
Did you
God,
also
it's
get it
really,
young?
no, I got it. I was
Wow.
11. But, my two
How
kids,
in one day or two?
one day. Oh my God, I was so overwhelmed. So yeah, it's really changing, no? So I'm sorry, I forgot about the question already.
Oh yeah, what was your question? Yeah, yeah. The primary food for your kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the primary food. So when I learned
Balik
about
tayo ng mommy moment. Oh my gosh, I can imagine, Mia.
so it's kasi you were asking also about mental health. No? So the primary food for me, especially with the family, it's really keeping the relationship, the connection with the kids. So and meal times, as opposed to just filling ourselves with secondary food, the food on our plate, is also a time really to talk. And especially now the kids are growing, they're not as talkative as before. Really
Yeah.
have to prod them, ask them how they're doing. And most of the time, I notice, especially my son,
Yeah.
he's not gonna share unless you ask him, or
Yeah.
unless it's really like he's crying already, it's really stressing him out. So yeah, continuously asking him, talking to him, and providing this space, this safe space, just to talk. And they know that when it's meal time, when they're at the table, it's time to share, to talk. Yeah.
I love that. Connection's really important, no? So thanks for sharing that moment in your
Yeah. A bit oversharing.
yeah, no, thank you for sharing. I'm sure other moms will also relate. But although that's so rare in one day, your kids. But really, during the pandemic, I mean being far away and then I see pictures of the momfluencers, their kids, right? Our community. And then parang during the 2 years, suddenly your kids are all like grown. I mean
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
realize what can happen in 2 years just being home. Even
It
suddenly.
feels the same, eh. It feels all the same, but at the same time, oh my, these people
Yeah.
are becoming different now.
Yeah, right. So how are you now with the kids? Did-
That was early June. Okay na.
Wow.
Better.
Well, it's okay kasi you're connected with them. So, 'di ba? Parang at least you know that that's still always gonna be there. So,
Yeah, and I felt happy actually that my daughter approached me right away.
yeah.
And yeah, like I'm the person that she told her about the yeah.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so we're almost out of time, but then I wanted to ask you like some usual dilemmas of moms and quick questions lang on health stuff for families, okay? So these are things that even I question sometimes because there's so much information out there and it's always changing. For example, our cooking oil, like diba, before they would say use soy and then became canola and then so like what is the I know olive oil is always the best but of course you can't use that for I mean it's not practical to use it for then coconut oil yeah
Yeah, if you can find organic or I was exposed to organic when I from the organic stage from Baron Method. They had this
yes
brand Green Life, so I'm using that now. It's affordable and local. It's locally sourced, so it's
yeah.
good
Okay
for us.
coconut oil thank you best milk to drink okay so what is
Um,
it
we're on elimination diet. We're not really drinking milk right
yes
now.
so no
So
milk not even almond milk or
we make our own cashew or we buy almond milk. Yeah,
yeah so either is
it's
okay.
easy. It's easy lang pala to make
But not
milk.
soy, no? Like soy used to be, parang they would say drink soy. And then one time they said that soy is actually not good for its hormones also.
Yes.
Okay, so parang those were the things that
Confusing.
we switched to before. But okay. And then breakfast cereals.
No, sugar. Yeah, it's ideal to start your day with protein and good fats instead of sugar. Yeah, because you'll be having a crash early on if you
Okay.
start with a sweet breakfast. So it's better to start with a savory breakfast.
Okay. But oatmeal is also good.
Yeah,
Kasi
oatmeal is
when you're
also.
in a hurry, di ba? Parang I'm like, okay, I'm in a hurry, just
Mm-mm-mm.
of oatmeal. Okay. And then coffee. There is coffee good or bad for us?
Yeah, good, but just in moderation, like anything else, just moderate, like 1 cup, and then make sure not to take it close to bedtime, ideally in the morning, and
Okay.
stay away from a lot of sugar and taking your
So not
coffee.
totally bad, not totally bad. It's just that
Not
meant.
totally bad.
So here in Canada, like they have this but when you order coffee, it's like you say single, double, like that. So it's sugar or cream. So kunyari, hi, one coffee, single, so it means one sugar, one cream. And then you would hear people like,
Oh,
can I have a coffee, triple? So kami,
oh,
triple cream? Parang di ba parang milk na yun? And then triple sugar. Like, oh my God, that's so sweet. So ganun. But anyway, this side kwento lang because parang some people nga put a lot of sugar in the coffee. So that's what makes it bad. It's not really essentially the coffee.
yes. It's not the coffee, it's the add-ons.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So for those who are worried, at least. Okay. So you're on elimination diet, but what would be you already mentioned this pala. So whole grain breads and rice.
Yes, for Life Science actually said that the best bread would be sourdough.
Oh,
Sourdough
really?
bread. Yeah,
Wait, how come? Sourdough has what is it in what why is it a flour that they use in sourdough?
maybe because it has probiotics actually. Maybe I'm not sure, but
Oh.
they told me na if I'm gonna give my daughter bread, give her sourdough bread. That's gonna cause the less inflammation for her. For grains, whole grains, you have a lot of options. Recently we're into adlai,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
miss
expensive. Mostly rice, red rice.
yeah, red rice. Okay. Okay, and then just a curious question, what is your favorite dish to serve at home? So what is the favorite dish of the Season family that's healthy? Oh, we have to say healthy. So what's the favorite healthy dish?
um, we
So the
like
most
this
favorite.
Vietnamese spring roll. So it's rice wrapper. Kasi my daughter has an elimination diet, so she's not allowed gluten. And then there's rice wrapper. There's no flour. So we use that, and then it has mushroom, carrots, a bit of ground pork inside, and then you wrap it in lettuce and have cucumber. So it's really good. They also like Hainanese chicken rice. So we just had that last night. It's one of
Yeah.
our favorites. And I introduced them to kichari. It's something that I learned in Christian school. So it's packed with protein and at the same time a lot of turmeric, paprika,
Is that like
cumin.
a meat dish?
No, it's like a rice dish. It's rice and legumes. The dal, it's like beans, so it's protein.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of spices. These spices help with the blood sugar, reduce inflammation. So these spices were in the life science list. So it's one way of giving them introducing them to them these spices in a dish that they enjoy. So that's one of the dish. It's kichari. You can see that it's very
Yeah.
a common Indian food. So that's one. And then we like a lot of baked and grilled fish, but we also like adobo and munggo.
Yeah. So adobo using the
The
coconut.
coconut aminos, it's so
Coconut.
good. Yeah. You'll be eating a lot more. So I don't think it's healthy,
Yeah.
really.
I wonder if that, I think we have that here. Yeah. So, and then Mongo, I guess uric acid, but then if otherwise it's all healthy.
Yeah, if you're not high on uric acid, I think beans are okay.
Yeah.
You really have to determine your triggers. My husband has
Yeah.
high uric acid, but he's not really triggered by mango. So it's a misconception na beans
All.
automatically trigger. Yeah, oo, some are triggered by
Okay.
alcohol, yeah, by beans, or sometimes fried food, deep fried food. So it really depends on the person.
Okay, so that's cool. Okay, so that's all my questions. I'm sure meron pa, but then it's okay. I don't want to keep you any longer. I learned so much from you, Mia, and I want to thank you for all the sharing, both personal and professional, that you shared with us. I'm sure our mom listeners picked up something, especially also from your own experiences as a mom, which is so inspiring. I invite everyone to, well, please invite everyone to follow you
Yeah,
because
I will.
you share so much. Go ahead. So, yeah.
Okay, you can find me guys in Instagram at Mia Season. So I love to share my recipes, my workout there, my outdoor activities with the kids. So hopefully you can follow me.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mia.
Thank you, Janice. So
Take
nice to
care.
see you and talk to you.
Yes. Nice to see you
Bye.
again. Thank you. Bye bye.